This is Richmond Basin. Now the basin is known for many reasons, from its world-class skiing to its incredible outdoor activities such as 4x4 off-road, hiking and climbing. You name it, the basin's got it. But what really brought the basin into fruition was the gold. From the 1850s to the 1920s, this area and surrounding areas boomed with the gold rush, but ever since then, time has passed. Your average gold-seeking miner has sought housing elsewhere. All that remain in the basin are the visitors, the tourists, and well, the mountain men. And that's where we meet my Uncle Eric, one of the most crazy and ambitious mountain men you'll ever meet. And he managed to build a lodge at 11,100 feet that can host 16 guests comfortably 365 days of the year. So it sounds like to me he's doing pretty good, and everyone in the town and the city, they all told him it was literally physically impossible, crazy, wouldn't happen. And Eric went and did it. So luckily we have some incredible footage of how this place came to be, how Mount Hayden BackCountry Lodge was built from the ground up.
It's a big day here at Camp Bird and Mount Hayden BackCountry Lodge. I got the big rig all set up, crane extended. Any minute now, my counters are gonna show up. And we're gonna put the counters, basalt slabs, on this thing and go up the Jeep trail. So sort of a precious cargo, maybe the most expensive one to date, right up there anyways. More fragile, I don't know. The windows were a little dicey. This could be a little exciting. High consequences, what I would call it. So any minute now we'll have the counters showing up. Got the tires aired up and the outriggers down. Seems to be holding air pressure. Beautiful morning here in the mountains. Stay tuned, it should be any minute now. Hey, just hanging out here at Camp Bird waiting for countertops. I thought you all might get a kick out of this sign here. It's pretty detailed. I don't know how many things are on there. We have a mountain bike, a motorcycle, an ATV, a Jeep, a deer, hikers, snowshoers, skiers, snow removal, heavy trucks. That must be where my rig falls in. Moving trucks, I'd like to see one of those up there. A bulldozer, a bear. I saw one today. A dog on a leash, but not off. That looks like a mountain climber, an equestrian, photographers, and a climber. So I think that just about covers it. While we're waiting, I thought I'd show you guys around the MTV a little bit. There's some interesting stuff on here. First off, here is the placard. It's a Sterling and Stewart and Stevenson. It's a military vehicle from the family of Medium Tactical Vehicles, or MTV. I have a crane, and up here on the crane I have a bunch of safety guidelines for operating. It can do 5,000 pounds as long as you don't exceed certain configurations of boom length and pitch and whatnot. But 5,000 pounds is a great load. 5,000 pound capacity for the crane. This thing was made in 1975. The government initially bought it probably back in, you know, well, in the 90s, 95, for $180,357. I got a better deal. I did not pay that much. These are the outriggers for when you're gonna use the crane. Here's all the various handling for the crane activators. We've got 6 of these monster tires. I hope I get to show you how to change one of these. It can be done by yourself, believe it or not. Risk hurting your back. There's my diesel. Here's where the spare tire should be. It has its own hydraulic system to raise and lower the spare tire. I need to put the spare tire back on. I've been putting that off. There it is. That's my spare. This thing's a little worse for the wear. I had it on its side once, of all things. I was lifting a pallet of concrete off one day and I didn't have the angles working with me, and I tipped this truck over. The boom was extended, and I had a pallet of concrete, and everything crashed down onto this side and almost took out the lodge. I got really lucky that day. This thing is battle hardened for sure. I clipped a tree here. You can see I tore the bumper off, but I drove up against a rock and pushed it at least that far back in. We gotta give credit to that entity where we can. But yeah, it's an amazingly good ride, this thing. It has a compressor. It can pump up its own tires. Apparently this model was to be dropped out of DC-10s over the desert. So these are huge rigging ports. I have 4 of them that are apparently for a parachute, so I'm told. But it's been a dream. This project wouldn't happen without this thing. But there's always something funky that might happen to it. So when I can retire it, I will. Yeah. Well, there you have it. Nice little walkthrough on the MTV. Counter's gonna be any minute. All right, at long last, we have the counters. So here come these guys. Let's get a look at these things. They didn't want to drive this truck up, but I think it would be fine. But we'll take a look here and see what they got. Hey guys. All right. Look at these beauties. Well, let's meet these guys. Oh, I think I'm going to be very happy with these. I think these are going to look great. So,
Let's tell you something.
yeah.
So we gotta do the screeching noise.
Start button right here. It says start. experience of fan not working and then it overheats and stops.
Pretty incredible stuff, and you know, everybody in the town and city would have been right. It would have been impossible if they didn't have that MTV, but now you guys know how we get everything up the mountain. Next episode, we're gonna show you some of the construction and landscaping, and once we get everything up the mountain, where we put it, how it fits into piece here at Mount Hayden Backcountry. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.